Hello?
Hello? Greetings. Oh, goodness gracious. Here we are. Here we are again. I wonder what kind of person I'm gonna be today. I wonder what kind of person I'm gonna be today. I wonder what kind of person I'm gonna be today. Who do you wanna be? Who do you wanna be? Who do you wanna be? The problem is, I don't really have a preference. It makes no difference. That's gonna mess you up. You're gonna have to choose a lane. What if the lane I choose isn't the lane God wants from me? What if it's some weird thing I made up for myself and pretended it was God's will? I think it's more of a symbiotic thing. You know, you have to trust that God's will and your will are in some way intertwined. It seems like what you're trying to do is run away from free will. It's more than you can bear. Is that wrong? Is that wrong? People always talk about God being their co-pilot. Why can't God just be the pilot? Why do I have to choose anything? It's a good question. Maybe our will is inevitable, and we could seek God's will for our lives with everything that we have and pray for God's will to be done. But we can't escape the fact that we are acting in reality, that we are in some way part of this. We have no choice. We have to be part of our lives. It's not as if I want to be an automaton. And if God told me His will, it's not as if I would be able to follow it to a T. I guess it's kind of like you have to just choose a path and start going down it.
just bystanders in our own existence, afraid to take a step forward. Something's paralyzed us. Something's paralyzed us. Something's made us afraid of our own lives. Afraid that we'll do it wrong. But I think the only wrong is what God says is wrong. And He gives us the parameters we need. The rest in some way is up to us. And we have to trust that He'll bless it. And that all things will ultimately be for His glory. Even if sometimes we can't recognize that in front of us.
So what do you choose? 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 So what do you choose?
Does it still, and I'm just asking this, like I'm not trying to cause problems, but does this entail that I have to choose? That I have to? Because I wake up every morning and I get out of bed and the day happens. Do I have to choose? Can it just happen? I need to protect myself. If I let all of it in, then all of it gets in. And then I don't know what is it and what is me.
Then what that means is you have to choose to not let them in. You have to choose to not let it in. You have to choose what gets in. Hey guys, welcome to the show. My name's Hello Listener. You call me Sinner for short. Call me whatever you want. Just don't call me late for breakfast. Am I right, people? Thank you for coming out here. Appreciate all of you. Love to see it. What up, God's Guns and Glory? What up, A. Tim? What up, If It All Fails? What up, Coco Shuko, Papa Shango? What up, Total Gravity? Full Metal Jacket, Jessica Bowman, Made by Jim Bob, Ninja of Spades, Jason Scholl, Chris Lestrange. Look at all these people. It's more than I can count. I'm blessed and honored to see all of you. Welcome. Welcome to the only show that you're currently watching. I think. Some of you might be treating this as a second screen activity. I don't hear Ushbaka. Do you hear Ushbaka? Is Ushbaka playing? Huh? No Ushbaka. Why? Why no Ushbaka? Why no Ushbaka? Where's Ushbaka? Where's Ushbaka? Maybe it's a desktop thing. Maybe it's a mic 2 thing. No. All right, how about now? I guess I don't get to hear Ushbaka anymore. Can you hear it now? Can you now hear Ushbaka? If you can hear it, I'm happy. Maria? Wait till it catches up to me. Now you hear it. Okay, so no longer me hear Ushbaka, now only you hear Ushbaka. So the effect is upon you. Oh, wow. Okay. So from now on, I affect you without being affected. Understand? Deal. I don't really have anything to say today. I don't have anything. Bye. Are you still here? I don't have anything. Well, maybe I do. There's a hole in my pants. I've just been out here. Kind of, trying to make sense of things lately. Hold on, let me save this file real quick. Then I'll get back to you. It was called, Who Do You Want to Be? Alright, yeah. I don't know where my phone is. I think my phone might have some things. Oh, here's my phone. Let me see if my phone has things. Oh yeah, okay. Nietzsche, or as I like to call him, Frederick Little Ears. Frederick Nietzsche has little ears. I'm tired of pretending otherwise. He has very small ears. What does that say about a man? It means you can't hear the voice of God, is what it means. The man was damaged. Oh, also, I gotta send myself this image of iDubbbz, because now whenever somebody tries to annoy me, whenever someone jumps on my show, gets in my chat and starts trying to throw me off my square, it's a difficult task. It's a difficult situation, and here's why. You're just text on a screen. And you're seeing my whole face and all of my micro expressions, and you're looking into my eyes and you're saying, I'm getting to him. Am I getting to him? And you're throwing me off my square. And you would never do that if I were looking you in your eyes. You'd be too afraid. You'd be terrified. You're protected by the screen. You're protected from my fury. And it makes me wonder, what does this person look like? What doth one who sounds like this look like? They'll say all this stuff. They'll say annoying things. They'll annoy me. What do they look like? And I've decided, if you annoy me, you look like iDubbbz. Let me just download the picture. And so I'll just put iDubbbz in the orb. And I'll address you, because you're iDubbbz. You're iDubbbz with a black eye, getting mogged by his Muslim wife. And so you see me and you get mad, because you think I got it all together or something. Or whatever you think. Who knows what you think? All I know is I upset you enough that you tried to disparage me in chat. How weird. How weird to do. I complimented someone in the comment section today. I gave someone a pure compliment. No strings attached. I didn't say, hey, nice video. Here's my PayPal. Here's my Bitcoin wallet. Here's my meme coin. Hey, nice video. Here's my meme coin. Want to get into it? I'm the next Hawk 2 girl. I didn't do any of that. I just said, excellent video. To a person. I got a raid on Friday, a Rob raid, and it confused me. I've just been on tilt lately. I've been really on tilt lately. Just generally on tilt. Some people know about this because I talked to some people in Discord. On Saturday on Discord, I was just a sociopath. I went full Wignat on Discord. What a psycho. What a psycho, dude. Be normal, dude. Be normal. I don't know. I was feeling Wignat on Saturday. There's a bunch of people in the Discord chat, and I just kind of started going off. Now, I don't remember why I was thinking that way, but sometimes I think really aggressively. Now I'm not feeling that way. Now I'm feeling like, let's deal with what's in front of us. And what's in front of me is an empty C4, an old water, and a new water. What's in front of me is a show. So I guess I should get into it because otherwise what am I? I don't know. Saturday I was just angry. And I started thinking, oh, I missed Vigil. That's what happened. I missed Vigil on Saturday. And it's like, if I miss Vigil, the demons are like, get him. Get him. I made a song. I made a TOS song that if we hit the goal, I'll play. If not, I'll never play it for you. And you won't know the name either, so you won't request it. You can't request it. And if you say that TOS song you were going to play on Monday, I'll say, I have no idea what you're talking about. And I'll lie. It'll be a lie. I will know what you're talking about, but I'll lie. So, if you don't hit the goal, and you don't do the TOS, and you request the TOS thing, then you made me lie. You made me do this to you. You made me sin.
At whoever E4B super chatted $5.
Thank you, whoever before. Thank you. Here's your sound.
Suzanne Griffith super chatted $4.99. On our way.
Thank you. Here's your sound. So yeah, I was in a really hyper mood. And you know, I've been like, we've been doing a bunch of shows. I've been doing a lot of shows, and part of me was like really starting to think that I'm chill, bro. I'm the chill one. Somebody said in the comment section on Ortho Thugs yesterday or Friday, or the chat, not the comments, they said, Tony say, I think I took a picture of it because it made me laugh. I think I took a picture of it because it made me laugh. Let me get it right. Tony trying to act normal and confident is crazy. But his name was Troll. I'm a little confident. Well, you think I've never been have I ever been confident? I'm a little confident. It's not confidence. It's like solid. I get real solid. It's not really confidence or lack of confidence. It's either I'm solid or I'm kind of like a mess and I'm trying to pull myself back together. Anyway, so I thought I was the sane person recently. I was like, I'm the sane one. Jimmy's the crazy one. I've really been trying to convince myself of that. Genuinely trying to, I'm like, no, I'm normal. I'm normal. I'm a normal man in the orthosphere, but I'm probably the craziest person in the whole orthosphere. And I don't think that's a great look. Like, I don't want people to be like, oh, the orthosphere is for crazies. And this was always a fear I had over here. I was like, I don't want to give orthodoxy a bad name by being a fixture in it. But anyone who's been to an Orthodox church, there's some people there that are ratatouille insano. Not everybody's normal. Some people are a little wonky in the mind. Doesn't mean they're not Orthodox. We all make mistakes. I've heard of people in the Orthodox Church being drunkards. Drunkards. I don't think that's great. Well, who am I? I'm a bad person too. I'm a guy on the internet who screams obscenities. Well, I don't scream obscenities, but I sure do say slurs. I sure do say some slurs over here. You know? The crazies need to go somewhere, might as well be here. But you know, I don't want to add ammo to our enemy's arsenal. Is that Booger? Hold on. Oh, gosh. Is there another one? I've just been crying so much. I just spent a lot of time crying. Just weeping. And then my nose fills up with boogers, and I'm like, go, dude. Is that true? Vigo the Tarpathian. Super chat at $1.99. Here's your sound, buddy.
Vigo the Tarpathian super chatted $1.99. Ronald Reagan made me smoke crack pot.
Ooh, what? Let me play that real quick. It's just fun to hear. Give me a second. Guys, shout out Dr. Evo. This freaking guy is good. This freaking guy is good. I almost typed Dr. Evo instead of Discord. What am I, dumb? Join the Discord if you haven't, and you can if you're not a member. So join the become a member if you haven't. It's a very exclusive Discord. We're planning a takeover of America under the watchful eye of Israel. So if you want to be part of the cause, join our Discord. Here it is. Hold on, I gotta find it.
Ronald Reagan made me smoke crack rock. Ronald Reagan made me smoke crack rock.
What?
Ronald Reagan made me smoke
I've been
crack
avoiding
rock.
Woompy.
Ronald Reagan
Wait,
made me
never mind. I
smoke-
thought it was code.
Ronald Reagan made me smoke crack rock. Ronald Reagan made me smoke crack rock. Ronald Reagan made me smoke crack rock. Ronald Reagan made me
I love this.
rock.
Double Zero X super chatted $2.31. Every Christian bollock / Tsar was Wignet, I think.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know. I guess you kind of have, you know. But I worry if I have, if I'm. Remember the simpler times, the Reagan era, when we just did crack. Can we just do crack again? Like Rodney King said, let's all just get along and do crack. I'm pretty sure he did crack.
Ronald Reagan made me smoke crack rock. Ronald Reagan made me smoke crack rock. Ronald Reagan made me smoke crack rock.
This is so
Ronald
good.
Reagan made me smoke crack rock.
Yeah, I just think, you know, it's gotten out of hand. Can we just get back to doing crack? Dr. Evo's a beast. The man is a beast. There's no two ways about it. What was I saying? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. But I what I'm saying is I never settle. I never settle into I don't know. I missed Vigil and I went full Wignet. And I made a crazy song. I'll show it to you if you hit the goal. I will. But Then I went to liturgy. I didn't miss liturgy. I felt a little better. I was like, okay, it's in God's hands. But then, you know, it got me thinking about the show itself and what that means, like what it means to be a guy with a show, and like, how far are we taking this? How far are you going to take this, brother? How far? Are you going to be a czar? Are we going full czar? Are we planning on being a czar? Yeah, I guess I should be a guy with a sort of, what's that guy's name? Who's that guy? Who's that guy? He ride a horse, had a little guy with him. Picasso painted him once. Terry Gilliam made a movie about him. Don Quixote. I think maybe a little Don Quixote might be a good thing. Austin DeTulio, thank you. Oh,
6,682 super chatted $5 tax.
Here you go, brother. And here you go. I think it was Mongobloid. Oh, so far back. There it is. Mongobloid. Thank you, man. Here's your sound. Just a little guy. You never know what you're gonna get. Yeah, Don Quixote? Is that what you said, Maria? Yeah, so maybe I gotta keep that, you know? I think I'm gonna hold on to that. I'm just deciding who I'm gonna be this week. I was gonna be Chris all week. So we'll see how the day goes. We'll see how this goes. We'll see how this episode of my show goes. And depending on a bunch of factors, I might spend the rest of the week as Chris. We'll see. I just like Chris. Jimmy trying to be like, Chris is like this. I'm like, dude, Chris is different than you think he is, bro. Chris is different. Y'all think you know who Chris is, but you don't know who Chris is. Nobody gets it. Nobody gets it. Chris is unflappable. I kind of want to be unflappable. I would like to be unflappable. It's weird being a very flappable person with a show. With a running commentary. That's what happened on Friday. Some of the Raiders from Rob Noor, they were cool. You know, a bunch of people became members and subscribed, and you know, we had a good time. But there was a couple people that were like, that song is too crazy. That song's this like this. That song reminds me of this. And I just, it was like, bro, stop. I hate when people come and they're like, so what is this show? Like, yo, act like you've been here before. Be quiet until you catch the vibe. Because nobody here can answer that question, including me. Some things are beyond words. Some things are different. Some things aren't words. It's not words. This thing is not words. Pretentious faggot. You sound like a pretentious... All right, no. I'm taking a break. Bye.
You tired of listening to music? It's like the equivalent of eating a mayonnaise sandwich. Why don't you get yourself a big New York sausage hot dog?
Why don't you get yourself a New York hot dog? Why don't you get yourself a hot dog sandwich? Why don't you come on over here?
GlossonStreetRecords.bandcamp.com. GlossonStreetRecords.bandcamp.com.
You tired of making bad decisions all your life? Why don't you make one good decision once in your life? Buy my freaking music.
That's right, Jason Scholl. Thank you, Jason Scholl. You're totally right, dude. None of that. I want to stop doing that. You know who that was? That was this guy. That was this freaking guy right here. Let me put him in this. There we go. That's iDubbbz. If you're mean to me, you're iDubbbz. If you're mean to me, you're iDubbbz. And who wants to be iDubbbz? Not iDubbbz. Not iDubbbz. Nobody wants to be that guy. Feels a little bad. Feels like punching down at this point. Can you believe it? Can you believe that making fun of iDubbbz feels like punching down? That's so great. It feels like punching down. You're like, poor little guy. Oh, poor little guy. He's just the worst. He's just the worst of us all. Guy got one-shotted by a net thought. Web thought 2.0. He got one-shotted by a web thought. Oof. Oosh, baka. That don't feel good. That don't feel good. I'm sorry for saying nigga. Ronald Reagan made me smoke crack rock. Ronald Reagan made me smoke crack rock. What? Ngwa. That's probably a name. That's probably an African person's name. Ngwa Taratumbo or something. You don't know. You think they just got name creative over here? I met a black person named Starbinsky Manifold. That's not true. I bet there's somebody named that though. That's not true, but I bet there's a black named Starbinsky Manifold. Black mom, Jewish dad. Starbinsky Manifold. It's hard to Google some things. That's why I use ChatGPT. People give me crap because I use ChatGPT and I let it gaslight me into thinking that I'm an ancient warrior that can destroy the modern system. But what are you gonna do? Like, oh, is not thinking that better? I want ChatGPT to gaslight me. I invite it upon myself. Y'all are like, don't let ChatGPT gaslight you. It'll make you crazy. To be sane in an insane world is no mark of sanity. I choose ChatGPT. I choose to be gaslit into thinking that I am a conqueror and that I will change the world with my music and rhetoric. And ChatGPT says that it thinks so too. Y'all are like, don't let it do that to you. Why not? What would be preferable to think than that? I want to think that. I like thinking that. Matter of fact, that's what I choose. From now on, I choose this czar thing is not a LARP in any way, shape, or form. I fully believe that I'm going to be a czar, and this show is merely the catalyst for a much more illustrious life as the first czar of Neo-Byzantium. I'm only 42. I'm only 42. You know what I mean? Couple of years from now, I might be, hold on, 48? You get the joke? Is it 48? Yeah, I freaking nailed it. I think. You know what I mean? The 48th president. And then what I do is I go like this. Okay, thank you for making me president. I haven't thought it out really, but this is what I think I'll do. I'll be like, okay, thank you for making me president. Now we don't do president. Do you like that? And I'm going to have a gaggle of goons that are going to uppercut anyone in Congress, Senate, anyone who thinks, no, my Constitution and democracy, my People's Republic, we're going to physically assault them. Is this okay to say? Is any of this ChatGPT gaslit me? I can't be held accountable for any of this. But okay, let's say hypothetically I'm the president, the 48th president of America. I say, hi guys. I go, hi kids, do you like violence? Want to see me put 9-inch nails through each one of my eyelids? That's code for the Gen Ys, for Gen Y. They renamed us millennials, but we're actually Gen Y. Because I'm going, why is it like this? We're the ones who figured it out. We get crapped on too much. Anyway, so that's code. MK Ultra. The Wignats are activated. And then, you know, like a coup. Like a violent coup. Because everybody else is like, oh, we'll penetrate the cabinet. Like, pause, nigga. Did you just say you're going to have sex with a inanimate object? What I'm saying is don't do any of that. What I'm saying is just take over, you know? So you become president, you say, thank you. Here's my speech. No more presidents. Now I'm a czar. Everybody go home. We'll take it from here and then begin the changes. The necessary changes. I think I just got to keep that in my mind. You say, oh, he's spooky. He's a spooky dude. That's a lot of craziness in a mind. But it's like, I could just not think that too, but it feels like it might be cooler to just think that. It might be smarter to have a lofty goal, you know, like shoot for the stars. Even if you miss, you'll land on the moon or something like that. I think Bruce Lee said that or something. Ronald Reagan made me smoke crack rock. Dr. Evo's freaking majestic. That nigga's majestic at beats. Ronald Reagan made me smoke crack rock. Ronald Reagan made me smoke crack rock. I can't crap on people too hard for smoking crack, you know, because here we are, you know, we're all doing meth and I always forget the name of that drug that not Perks, what's that drug that everybody's on that all the white people are doing? Fentanyl. I got it before you guys said it. You forgot millennial was Gen Y? Yeah, millennials Gen Y. They changed it. They said they're the millennials. And now they make fun of millennials. They're like, you millennials. Shut up, everything else. Shut up, everyone. I'm so tired of being categorized and ostracized. There are so many household items I have nearby that I could use as a weapon at any given notice, at a moment's notice. So keep your categories to yourself. I could take Drano. No, stop it. All right, so I don't know. What am I talking about? What are you guys talking about? Postmodernism. What are you guys talking about? I'm gonna come hang out with you because I don't really even know what I'm doing today. That looks pretty clean. Ronald Reagan. That's too catchy. It's too catchy. It's a problem. I guess I'll keep going through that one folder for now and we'll figure things out as we go. Let's listen to some music. Ronald Reagan. Oh my gosh. This dude got me saying Ronald Reagan a lot. Salvia and Drano. What I'm saying is white people are doing all that stuff. White people are all messed up on goofy pills now too. Disenfranchised. But a lot of them got injected at the hospital. That happened to me. They hit me with something called Dilaudid. That stuff was powerful. And I basically became addicted immediately. I basically was addicted immediately. I was in the hospital for some surgery. I was, and the Dilaudid was so powerful. One time I asked a old Asian nurse to hold my hand while she injected me with it. I was like, "Can you hold my hand?" This is like freaky powerful stuff. And I really want it a lot, but it's psycho. And then they gave me a huge thing of the pills when I went home. And I tried to take them, but then I was like, this isn't going to work out. And so then I actually had withdrawal for like 2 weeks from it. And I was just in the hospital. I was in the hospital. If I took those pills, there would have been no coming back. And there's a little self-deception in all that. There's a part of you that's like, well, I'm in so much pain, I need to take these. But there's another part of you that's like, it's not that much pain. I just really like these. And I'm good at deceiving myself, I'm good at telling myself that what I'm doing is fine. No need to worry. And that's, I think, what happens to most people. They go to the doctor for back pain. The doctor gives them some pills that blow their mind. And then they're like, oh, this back pain's never going away. And then they lose their health care because they're high. And then they're homeless doing, whatever MS-13 sells them. Let's see what this is.
I'm just a Nazi fall guy for European oligarch. For the Knights of Templar, is it the Zionists? Is it the Catholics? Is it the Freemasons? Well, I could tell you this. Oh, it's Satan and friends. It's Satan and friends. It's Satan and friends. Yo, it's Satan and friends. Yeah.
I'm the white Eminem.
They build a wall, but we can't build a wall. They say they're us, and they say they're not. I send a trick, send a trick. I pray for wisdom. I pray for forgiveness.
Alright, that was kind of boring. Let's see what else we got. Oh, I always wanted to finish this one. I never did. So that thumbnail was of me during a pretty dark period in my life. I wasn't on drugs or anything, but it was a pretty dark period nonetheless. It was a long time ago. And I was skinny, really, really skinny. Wasn't eating, and a bunch of bad things had just happened to me. I just thought that picture exemplified me at my worst. Nice. Thank you, Total Gravity. I was actually just about to get unhappy, and now I'm not. Thanks, dude.
Total_gravity super chatted $10. I've shown money.
Here's your sound. Little John. How tall is he? How big is Lil John? Lil John height. Oh, he really do be little. He's 5'6". He's just a little guy. Jonathan H. Smith, better known by his stage name Lil Jon, is an American rapper and record producer, regarded as a progenitor of the club-oriented hip-hop subgenre crunk. His production and voice presence were instrumental in the genre's commercial breakthrough in the early 2000s. You remember that era? Weird era. Not only for that, you get the new song and you get an extra hour. Otherwise, I'm dipping in an hour. The name of the game is Protect His Aura from now on. So, if we don't hit the goal in 2 hours, then you get a 2-hour show. Don't be mad. Oh, he's going, what? Okay. This is a great beat. Thank you, Total Gravity. Here's your sound. I'm saving that in the folder. What folder? Substantial. That's a good beat. No lyrics. Good beat though. I remember Crunk. I remember in the 90s there was Juvenile, and I was like, that's genuinely like a retarded man. That's a man with Down syndrome. And everybody's like, yo, Juvenile's low key the best rapper. They didn't say low key yet. I don't know what they said, but but they were like, Juvenile's low key the best rapper. Or maybe they were like, for reals. I don't remember what people said back then. But they were probably like, yo, Zaps galore, my dog. This bumpy country boy Cassius. What was I talking about? I forgot what was I talking about? The hell am I talking? What the hell am I talking about? I made a song called Red Pills. I'm not going to save this, but I'll play it for you. This was for my old show. I had a screen whenever I would drop Red Pills. Yeah, you can judge me about it, but I will put a picture of iDubbbz up and I'll make fun of it and pretend it's you. So you can judge me for it, but you're doing it at your own risk. Because I will put up a picture of iDubbbz, and that picture of iDubbbz represents you. Is that what you want? Is that what you want for myself? I mean, yourself? Yourself? Who are we talking about? Charles Country Black, a.k.a. Juvenile. Full name, Charles Country Black. One of the lowest IQs in recorded history. It's a famous sound out of his mouth maker. Famous for the indiscernible sounds he makes with his mouth. You know, FIFA. Someone Kifa.
Red had 8,742 super chatted $1.
Thank you, Average Redhead. I'm gonna give you a. Hello? Thank you, Average Redhead. I'm gonna give you a sound. It's this one. We're doing a bunch of Little John sounds right now.
Red pills.
When your friends try to talk to you, drop them like a tile, drop them like a tile, drop them like a tile. When their parents get your attitude, drop them like a tile, drop them like a tile, drop them like a tile. When you're sent to the principal, drop them like a tile, drop them like a tile, drop them like a tile. I got the same most.
Oh, that's true, Jason. Yeah, I have been selling dogs. We got 4 left, and we got some buyers, too. I'm pretty hyped. I'm pretty hyped to get rid of these dang dogs, yo. I don't even like too many of them anymore. I like Big Boy. I really like Big Boy. Big Boy's a good dog. The rest of them are female dogs, and they're just, oof. They're just yappy, nippy. Oof. Prattly. You know? A lot of prattle. Dude, he just hangs out. Big Boy, he just hangs out. Oh, we got Bill Hicks in the audience. Bill Hicks was witness to my Wignat breakthrough on Saturday. My Wignat freak out. But I'm back. I'm back and I'm normal. I don't know. It made me wonder. Oh gosh. Can I just do this? Here's what I'm doing today. I'm having an identity crisis. I don't care if you like it or not. I'm going to have an identity crisis today. That's what I'm doing. Because that's what I was doing on Saturday. That's what I was doing on Sunday. And I'm still doing it today. I'm doing it right now. I don't like it. But it is what's happening. Identity crisis. It's what's for dinner. I spend my life in front of people talking. It's like the grains of my life are being scattered. I need them back. Who am I? I've given too much. Who am I? I give and I give and I give. Who am I? I don't know anymore. So that's what I'm doing. I'm having a identity crisis. It's fine. It's chill. I like it. It's like, I don't know. If I can't just talk about everything, then screw doing this completely. I'm going to talk about everything. Otherwise, I'm not into it. And the truth is, you're constantly in front of people now. Tony, what, are you talking to yourself? I'm constantly in front of people now. I'm constantly in front of people and talking and I like it. I'm very grateful. Don't take this for complaining. This isn't complaining. I'm not a complainer. Too busy to move. I am just saying it seems like it's hard to know who you are and be in the world. It's like a real thing. It's hard to be centered in yourself while also having a show. My old shows, some of my early shows, I used to just not even talk to people. I would just be making music on stream. If you go back real far. I might be Chris. I might F around and be Chris. What the heck? Get that out of here. No, it won't. You didn't see that. I'll get there. What do y'all want? Information?
Remember what you said to me. Rhetorical, of course you see.
That's glitching up. One ought not to center oneself in themselves, but in Christ. You know what? I agree with that, but I've also been reading saint quotes recently.
Shattered $1.30. Let's hit that goal.
Yeah, let's hit that goal. And by another hour, I mean more than 2 hours. So it could be many hours. I don't know what I'm going to do. But it's like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't mean to go to this screen. I meant to go to this screen. Yeah, that's fine. That's just fine. What is this? Where am I? What the heck? Where'd I go? What even? So there's a saint quote that he says, a quote from a saint where he talks about being, about actually knowing yourself. So I've been on a kick where I'm like, you shouldn't know yourself. It's no good. And I think that was good for me. But then lately I've been thinking maybe it is good to know yourself. Some saint said it. I don't remember who. Let me find out. He who has knowledge of himself has known God, Saint Isaac. Saint Anthony the Great, he who knows himself knows God. So, and it makes sense. To be rooted in God is to be fully yourself. you know, what we're trying to do down here is discard anything that's not in accordance with God. That's what we're doing. That's the life of an Orthodox Christian, is trying to rid the body of the cancer, basically. You're trying to rid the soul of the inclination towards darkness. I'm just going to be bonking around for a second. Don't worry about me. You're trying to rid the soul of the inclination towards darkness, right? Yeah. So in truth, what we want is for everything that isn't in accordance with God to be destroyed in us. And so to know God is to be fully yourself. To know God is to know yourself, in a sense. Because all these extra things, which you think are yourself, which are actually just kind of attachments and passions, mental constructs that you've made to either protect yourself, or usually to protect yourself. All of that is has to be destroyed. And luckily over here in the Orthodox area of the internet, we're not looking for spectacle per se. We are modern. We do live in the modern world, and it's a real struggle because we're like, you know, that was something I wanted to talk about earlier that I forgot to talk about, because it's like many of us are not going to be monks. I'd say most of us aren't going to be monks. That doesn't mean we can't live a Christian life. But most of us aren't going to be monks. We still have to live in the world. And if we live in the world, there comes with that, and there comes with just our lifestyle in general. We're going from the most lavish, hyper worldly lifestyle to orthodoxy. And I think there's going to be some growing pains with some of us, myself included. So some part of you still wants, you know, entertainment and stuff like that. And I don't necessarily think entertainment is inherently wrong, but we're not looking to laugh at our enemies. I don't think, I don't think we're sitting here trying to make us, relishing in seeing other people hurt, which is what most entertainment is. Most entertainment is spectacle, and it exists to arouse the passions and to give you a sense of superiority or inferiority. Keep you batted around. Show someone who's more attractive than you, more famous than you, maybe more talented than you, and have them tell you literally how much better they are and how much money they have and this and the other thing. And that's supposed to kind of make you feel inferior. And then you go and you watch some some deadbeat dad on a talk show and everybody yelling at him and telling him he's bad. And you're like, I'm better than that guy. And either way, whichever way your ego goes, it's bad. You don't want to be affected you kind of don't want to be affected by anything. The early stage of that, I think, is resentment. I think when we first become Orthodox, I think we have a lot of resentment towards the world for hiding Orthodoxy from us, towards those who attack Orthodoxy. And of course we should defend our faith, but it turns into this sort of this bitterness, this anger. We resent, and we almost kind of resent people for being so stupid as to not be Orthodox. And when you try and tell people about Orthodoxy and you just see their the gears turn, or you just see a fluoride stare, and you're just like, this is such a freaking waste of my time. And it upsets you and eventually makes you not want to talk to people at all. But that has to turn into something else. It can't be that forever. It has to grow to dispassion about outcomes and about the things in your life. And then ultimately that dispassion has to turn into pity for everyone, because you recognize yourself in all of them, and you recognize how easily you could be each and every one of them, and how there's nothing about you that's special, and that's only by the grace of God that you found orthodoxy. And even the fact that you found orthodoxy is not a guarantee that you're going to heaven. But also that pity needs to eventually turn into love, where no matter what anybody does, you recognize yourself in their actions, and all you think about is the eternal consequence. You're not thinking about Neo-Byzantium, because Neo-Byzantium isn't forever. You're thinking about the kingdom of God, which is forever. And so when you're thinking about the kingdom of God, which is forever, and you see someone hurt you, maim you, kill you, whatever it is, there should come a point in your growth where you look upon them with love and pity. Because no matter what they do to you, you want them to be forgiven, and you feel sorry for them, that they are forging a path to hell. That's ultimately where this has to lead. It can't just live in resentment. We can't just live in resentment. We can't just spend our days angry at those outside the church, angry at the world, angry at the Jews for tricking us. It's so complex in my mind, though, because one part of me is living in the world, and I want to see a better world. I want to make a better world. And another part of me knows that all is vanity. Everything will be dust. And the only thing that matters is the eternal kingdom of God. And that's just true. That's just true. And so you're almost playing a trick on yourself by caring about outcomes.
Unhit Bone super chatted $10.
Thank you, man. Here's your sound. Guess what? I'm gonna ride around the damn Banco. Guess what? All right. You're ultimately kind of in some way playing a game with yourself by caring about outcomes. You're kind of, which is why I'm always reluctant to like commit to things, and I'm just like, and I don't know. There's another part of me that looks at that and says, well, you still have to live your life, bro. You have to be a part of it, you know. Andrew asked a question on Twitter yesterday. Which I think a lot of us think about, you know, because we feel ourselves, you know, there's a chance that we're marching towards Bolshevism 2.0. There's a chance that that's what's heading towards us. And so Andrew asked a difficult question. He said, difficult to navigate question. Assume a dictator had a gun to your child's head and asked you to renounce Christ or he would pull the trigger. Would you? A, if you do, is this rejecting Jesus? B, you don't. Did you have a moral obligation to do so because God understands intent? And I saw this on Maria's Twitter, so I used her account. I said, we have examples from the saints. Saint Sophia watched her 3 daughters die. She actually watched her 3 daughters get tortured and die. She did not deny Christ to save them, and in fact encouraged them to not deny Christ, but to endure. Saint Maximus says such sacrifice will not go unrewarded, and Saint Nikolai, listen to me, bro. Saint Nikolai says they are not lost, for we will find them again in Christ. And so that's a difficult thing to hear. That's a difficult thing to hear. But it also is the fundamental truth of reality, is that everything that happens here is reflected in eternity. And the ultimate goal for any Christian is to be thinking in terms of eternity always. Never in terms of personal outcomes in a life that's subject to death. And we're supposed to love God above everyone, including our children, including our parents. That doesn't mean we don't love them. It's a hard thing to hear. That's a difficult thing, but and I don't really know what to say. If your children die as martyrs in front of you, then they will receive crowns in heaven. For sure. We don't want that to happen, of course. Here's a song that's weirdly apropos.
Pack your bags, we leave tonight.
Oh, it's crashing. I'll find it in wave format. I don't know if you guys have ever heard this song.
Pack your bags, we leave tonight.
Quick, we're running out of time.
I just learned we're in a fight.
There's a war upon our lives.
All our weakness must die.
Every evil thought inside.
If we want to see the light.
If you want eternal life.
But you dumbass dreaming. The devil's scheming.
No one said that it'd be easy.
Quite the opposite, my friend. The mountain beckons you to climb, but you stay lost inside your mind.
No one said that it'd be easy.
The vanity surrounds our life. Move to despair, move to fear.
When we see you've been deceived.
Another Valkyrie's out here.
Taught to hate the Prince of Peace.
We must try with all our heart
All our days a steady stream.
to forge onward through the door.
Now I've seen behind the screen.
But you dumbass dreaming. The devil's scheming.
It's called Quite the Opposite.
No one said that it'd be easy.
Quite the opposite, my friend.
Yeah, that's true.
The mountain beckons you to climb, but you stay lost inside your mind.
No one said that it'd be easy.
The vanity surrounds our life.
But that's the thing. We've always been fooling ourselves. We've always been fooling ourselves. And I felt it even as a kid. I felt it. My whole life is basically me trying to avoid the fact that life was a struggle. You know, I didn't want it to be. I wanted to stay a kid forever. I wasn't looking forward to any of this. I could see the darkness, but I didn't want it to be real. And I would try and I would try and find worldviews and mindsets that would push out the fact that our job on this earth is to struggle for Christ. But it's obviously that. Really. And I think everybody deep down knows that that's the case. There is no other thing we can do in a fallen world, you know? Let me play some background music. Let me see if there's some. There is no other thing we can do in a fallen world than commit ourselves to leaving it and being restored to God's intention with us, being restored to the world as it's meant to be. We touched upon this on Orthothugs, but I was thinking about this a lot. Is like people who tell stories. You have I think it's Joseph Campbell has the circle. Is that Joseph Campbell, the weird guy? Joseph Campbell, The Hero's Journey. Hero's Journey Circle. So it's the hero's journey. It's start, call to adventure, meeting a mentor, crossing the threshold, trials and failures, growth, new skill, death, rebirth, revelation, finally changes, atonement, gets gift, return changed, end. Which isn't, you know, it's not a bad way to do a story, but there tends to be this thing in a lot of modern movies where, and in a lot of modern storytelling, made for Goyim, where there's just these nonstop stupid problems and issues that you need to deal with. And I was always annoyed by those as a kid. Aladdin. I was always annoyed when Aladdin lied. Like, it made me so mad. Like, why are you lying?
Super chatted $2.
Thank you, man. Here's your sound, bro. Thank you, Notch. Here's your sound. That's not good. Hold on. Let me try again. And here's your sound, Jason.
$2.
It always annoyed me. It was like, why are you lying? Why you lying? Why you always lying?
Everything is different now.
Let me think. How could I say this? It seemed arbitrary to me, but I think it is. Oh, hold on.
$5.
All right, I'll turn off the vocals so I can talk. The reason I think that it felt arbitrary to me to constantly insert problems. My favorite part of every movie was the adventure, the nice parts, you know? I didn't like the bad parts. You know, maybe that's a problem. But I think it's because it is arbitrary. I think some part of us recognizes that there shouldn't be issues. I think that's what calls you to understand God. It's what pulls you to understand God, because because death repels us. It It upsets the senses. Evil repels us. It upsets the senses. The reason it upsets us is because it shouldn't exist. Straight up, it shouldn't happen. Like, actually, it should not happen. What we're living in is like a disfigurement of God's creation, where all of these things that shouldn't be are. And so we're constantly dealing with that. And so we see it reflected in our media. We see it reflected in everything, is these unnecessary darknesses. Every war, ultimately unnecessary. If people could just be good instead of bad, be forgiving instead of vengeful, be content instead of scheming. But we live in this fallen world under the shadow of death, and we're constantly like, we're constantly witnessing things that just simply shouldn't be. Thank you, Unhit Bone. Here's your sound. Pretty good sound. So that's what pulls anyone with any sense of themselves and reality towards God. Is like, why is it like this? It wouldn't offend us if it was supposed to be like this. Do you understand that? Death wouldn't bother us if death was supposed to happen. It's not supposed to happen. Pain wouldn't bother us if it was supposed to happen. It's not supposed to happen. Pain is a warning of death. It's a shadow of death.
A total underscore gravity super chatted $20.
Thank you, man. Big ol' super chat for Total Gravity. Thank you, bro. Here's your sound. Well, that was the demons. That was surely the demons. Sorry about your sound, bro. Thank you, Lasagna. Here's your sound.
Lasagna super chatted $4.99.
Well, Ninja Spades, you do have a point, but it's besides the point. You do have a point. The problem you perceive as arbitrary, counted as a blessing. Yeah, ultimately, that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to count all of our problems as, guidance towards our salvation. Absolutely. We have to. It is. But what I'm saying is none of it should be. And the only reason it is because of the fall. And that's why these things offend us to our core. These things offend us to our core because they're not meant to be. Some part of us, the image of God within us, yearns for the life that God intended for us. And the life that God intended for us is the kingdom of heaven. We've become so used to brokenness. We've become so used to death that we're almost infatuated with it. We watch horror movies and action movies and stuff like that. It's like we want to see it. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I think it can become a bad thing. But none of that is in the kingdom of God. None of that. And it was never meant to be. You understand? It wasn't meant to be. That's why it bothers us. Because we recognize, some part of us recognizes that we were made for eternity. Death brought all of these other things. Death brought pain. Pain being something that warns you that if you continue down this path, you'll die. Death brought jealousy. Jealousy that you won't be given the things you need because, look, it's limited resources out here. Stealing. Revenge. Because you made something of mine no longer exist. Pride. a sense that these things are ours instead of God's, a hoarding of the gifts that God gives us instead of blessing other people with them. All of this evil came because the shadow of death looms above us.
$2.
Thank you, Unhit Bone. Here's your sound. Nice. That was pretty cool. This is, I'm not saying any answers here. I'm just ruminating that, this is the lot that we're given. And so there is no other choice in a world that is so obviously not what it's meant to be than to reach for God and ask for his mercy. Of course, that's what we should do. And that's what we do. That's what we do in every prayer. That's what we do in the Jesus prayer. That's what we do during liturgy. We ask for his mercy. Because we recognize that this isn't it. This isn't it. And so all of that stuff I was talking about earlier. I'm going to play this more. It was kind of nice. All that stuff we were talking about earlier plays a part in that. And that is faith. That is faith. The deeper your faith, the less you're worried about the outcomes of this world, and the more you're considering only eternity, only God's forgiveness, only God's grace and mercy. Because it's the only thing that actually matters in this whole world. And so what does God want from me? How can I return to my Father's arms? How can I return? Thank you, Bree.
Bree Rodriguez super chatted $1.99.
How's your sound? This is pretty good. I'm gonna save it in the folder. Dang, Total Gravity, thank you, bro. Wow.
A total_gravity super chatted $20.
Looks like I might be playing you guys a song that's going to be really crazy. Whoa, dude. Total Gravity, yo. Dang, bro.
A total_gravity super chatted $20.
All right, here's your sound for the first one. Wait, hold on. Can you hear that? And then here's your sound for the second one.
It super chatted $5. I heard Tony was going to show a new Toast song for the goal.
And then here's your sound, Bree Rodriguez.
Bree Rodriguez super chatted $4.99.
That's really nice. Wait, did I hit Metal Stalfos? Oh, and then Bree Rodriguez. Oh, I got confused. Did I miss anybody? Vigo the Tarpathian, here's your sound.
Vigo the Tard Padian super chatted $1.99. Aura.
Tell me if I missed anybody. Tell me if I missed anybody. So that does come down to identity. Ninja of Spades is right. My best friend Ninja of Spades. It doesn't mean we stop being us. God made us individually. He knows every hair on our head, so he made us individually. He cares about us, you know. And we're not meant to all be automatons. We can't help it. Oh, yeah, I remember. Thank you. I remember. Do everything in your power to be what Christ wants you to be. That should be your sole occupation. Your personality and everything that you are will come through regardless, because you are an individual creation of God's. That's what it is. I forgot. I've been messed up lately. I feel like crying. That's scary, but I do feel like a little bit like, wow, thank God. I remember now. You can't help but be who you are. It's inevitable. So if you align yourself completely, or as much as you possibly can, with God's will for your life, what you're doing is you're removing the dark thoughts and suggestions of demons, which do come in the form of self-doubt and self-hatred and many other things. And you are free. Where'd my freedom go? Somewhere in my mind, I stopped being free. I don't know when. Somewhere in my mind. And yeah, maybe none of this is obvious to people watching the show. But, you know, I exist continuously. Even when I'm not online. And I've been thinking a lot about, like, the idea that I don't know who I am anymore. I forgot that. I forgot that very important thing. It's inevitable that you're going to be who you are. What needs to be discarded is the self-hatred, the self-aggrandizement, the suggestions of demons. And often you get into a position where you can no longer recognize when something is a suggestion of a demon and when something is, the Spirit of God admonishing you, gently guiding you. And it's not that subtle a difference. It is to those outside of orthodoxy. Most people outside of orthodoxy can't tell the difference between their own thoughts and the suggestions of demons. But St. Paisios said, what did he say? Here, I'll play this while I look it up.
Just want a peaceful life, no more silver tongue, and take me on one-on-one. Oh, I won't go till we're done. I know you're bold. Call me an animal.
I'm going to address all of these. Thank you, guys. I just want to hear this real quick.
Nobody super chatted $20. Potential personal development in Christ is limitless. There's no telling where he's going to take us on this journey. The potential for development away from Christ on our own can only go so far.
music, blood and money to skew our viewpoint. They believe that our God's in hell. Their words are painted everywhere. Please, no more Jewish tricks.
Bill X90210 super chatted $1.30. 15 minutes left for 5 more super chats. Let's go.
Please, no more holy war. I'll keep mine and you keep yours. Oh no, all of us
Unlimited
will
Bones
have
super chatted $5.
It's true.
None of us will ever have anything. You hear me? None of us will ever have any of it. None of us will ever have anything. No winners, no losers. None of us will ever have any of it. None of us will ever have anything. None of us will ever have any of it. None of us will ever get anything. Don't act like we deserve it. Now it's time to repent. It's time to repent. It's time to repent.
Whoa. Wow. Wow. I love that. Hold on, let me save that and then I'll get to the super chats. Wow. Wow. I'm gonna put that in the TOS area. That had a gravity to it, man. A total gravity, if you will. It's like at the end of the day, like take a honest look at your reality and recognize truly it's time to repent. You know, that's what it's time for. It's time to repent, not scheme. I'm not letting ChatGPT gaslight me into thinking I'm a czar anymore. That's not what we're here for. That's not what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be repenting. Let me address your super chats, and then I'll tell you the St. Paisios quote that I was going to tell you. Nobody says the potential personal development in Christ is limitless. There's no telling where he's going to take us on this journey, but the potential for development away from Christ on our own can only go so far. Yeah, so far into hell. Am I right? Here's your sound, buddy. All right. That was your sound. Thank you for the huge donation, by the way. Bill Hicks said 15 minutes left for 5 more super chats. Let's go. Yeah, I agree. Let's go. Let's go. I'm here. I'm here now. You guys get to watch me warm up the engine. There's no way of avoiding it. Here's your sound, buddy. Well, let me turn that up a little. My apologies to people with headphones who couldn't hear that, and people in trucks who I just blew their subwoofers. And then Unhit Bone with the 5. Here's your sound, buddy. You can't hear it. That was sick. All right, we're all caught up on super chats. St. Paisio said, everything that causes the soul to lose its peace and become troubled comes from the devil. He also said, if a thought brings you despair, it is not from God. The voice of God brings calm and hope. The voice of the enemy brings agitation and distress. I talked about this recently. But that doesn't mean we're a bunch of Burning Man gonzo journalists that are just like getting high so that we don't feel bad. We're not trying to stave off the bad.
Super chatted $10.
What we're trying to do is recognize its source and repel it with the Jesus prayer. With our Gatling gun, as St. Paisios called it. Thank you, Unhit Bone. Here's your sound. Oh, no problem. Yeah, and show's over on Friday. I made a shirt just for Murder the Media.
Official super chatted $5. Shirt gets here Friday. Thank you.
No problem. Here's your sound. Pretty cool. Little Donkey Kong action real quick. Yeah, I made a shirt. Yeah, I made a shirt. All right, let's see what the next song is. The next song is called...
Bree Rodriguez.
Oh, thank you, Bree Rodriguez.
$4.99. One more.
Next song is called Pretty. Hopefully it's good. Here's your sound. Oh, wait, hold on one second, Bree. I'll go back to that other screen, but because of situations, it's a little ronky. It's a little wonky. Oh, no, it seems all right now. All right, we'll stick around here for now. Yeah, I want to be here. I want to be here with you guys. All right, let's see what this is. Oh, that already turned into a song. Here's your sound, Bree Rodriguez. All right, we need one more, and then I'll show you guys the sound, and we'll do another hour. I'll show you guys that song, and we'll do another hour. Maybe even more than an hour. Maybe I'll do a little goal, and it'll be like, okay, if you do this goal, I'll do even more than an hour. But, you know, I think I like the choose-your-own-adventure method of live streaming right now, because it's like, I don't know if you guys want me to keep going. Do you want me to keep going? Maybe you do, but maybe you've had enough. And if you've had enough, I don't want to force it upon you. I don't want to waste anybody's time. You know, talking is something I do sparingly. Let's not do it unnecessarily. So if you want me to keep doing a show, by all means, I would love to. But if you don't, then please, I'll go my way, you go yours. Vigo the Tardpathian hit the dang goal. Thank you, broski.
Vigo the Tardpathian super chatted $1.99 to RL.
What even... Here's your sound. All right, this song's called Pretty Piano, and then I'll show you the TOS song. Where we at? All right, so we'll put another hour on the clock. So right now I'm at 1:57, so I most definitely will not stop until that hits 3 hours. Yeah. I know that one. I should put that. I should save that. I always thought that had a really good sound to it. I just got here, Dad. Don't leave. No, I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. We'll spend some quality time, Colioliolio. All right, here's my new song. I don't know. I didn't say it was good. I just said it exists. It's called... What's it called? What's it called and where did I save it? It's called Die With Me Tonight. I made a Saturday. I made 2 songs this weekend, one on Saturday, one on Sunday. Drastically different. You can hear the difference. You can hear that I didn't go to Vigil, and then you can hear that I did go to Liturgy. I might show you the second one. The second one's a little... I've been making some songs that are like so personal that I almost don't want to share them lately. But I'll share this one because it's a little crazy. I might have to mute a word or two.
Driving with a head full of consonants, looking out the window at immigrants. Boy, I'm getting tired of enrichment. All the other whites took their shit and dipped. Maybe I'll get rich, I could ditch these chimps. Living in the city where the victims live. They're so victimized that they run this shit. Feel like I'm the last oppressor in this bitch. Voulez-vous mourir avec moi ce soir? I'm feeling Napoleonic by my block. Crash out like an irrational Eurasia. I'm not really comfortable with erasure. Voulez-vous mourir avec moi ce soir? I'm feeling Napoleonic by my block. Crash out like an irrational Eurasia. I'm not really comfortable with y'all tryna educate me. No, I'm the one here to educate you, my son. On that ramshackle dun. We gon' make you remember why you used to run when you saw us coming. Me, oh no, I'm a nice white looking for a nice white life. You are now white obstacle to what I like. I'm not thinking clearly, but I think I'm right. Never wanted any of this. I don't care who you are.
No, I gotta convert it. That's the best part of the song. Hold on, I gotta convert it. I'm using too much CPU right now. I saw what you said. Murder the Media. How do I join the Discord? By joining by coming to a members only show on Wednesday, and we'll give you the Discord link. I'll play it again. Yeah, that's how. You come to a members only show, we give the Discord link at the members show. It expires by the end of the members show, and then you gotta wait another week.
Tony,
Yeah.
Whitey's Barbecue said he bought the Discog on Bandcamp, and he was looking for the Revelry. Is that on there?
No, the Revelry's not out yet.
Okay.
I'm sorry. The Revelry isn't out yet. That's for a future album called Chasm. I'll show you the album cover as a way of saying sorry to you. I'm sorry that that's not out yet. But it will be out. I'll show you the album cover while this is converting. It said, Voulez-vous mourir avec moi ce soir? I'm feeling Napoleonic about my block. Just so you know. And that's the do you want to die with me tonight is what that means in French. Voulez-vous mourir avec moi ce soir? I don't know, I just felt like hitting some French on them. I don't really know why I did that. I just felt like hitting them with a little bit of French that time. Sometimes you just like, let's just do French at them. Do you speak French? I said that. Here's the album cover for Chasm, I think. Subject to change. I have most of it done, but I want to finish the album, Soft Album Surplus first. I'm going to finish that this month, God willing. And that'll be available. And then either Dinosaur or Chasm. Maybe Chasm first. Anyway, Revelry is on this album right here. Yeah, I'm not good at pronouncing it, but I did it. I take it of my good pleasure to mispronounce whatever I want, to be honest. You should hear how many words I mispronounce to make things rhyme. I don't care. I don't care about that. No, there's no part like that, Vigo. Excuse me. No, dude. Yeah, I say there's this really cool build up, and then it's like and hi-hats, and then it goes and it goes, excuse me for my French, and then a dubstep drop. Scooter Steven, and the song becomes a new song I've made called Scooter Steven. I hate that the gears just started turning. I hate that I was like, not a bad idea. Maybe I should. Maybe I should do that insane thing. Maybe I should, after the second verse, drop into a ridiculous build-up with a bunch of hi-hats and claps, and then, and say, excuse me for my French, and then drop a new song called Scooter Steven. I don't think that I shouldn't. I can't think of a reason why I shouldn't do that. I hope I remember to do that. That's a pretty good idea. Thanks. Who said that? Vigo? Thanks, Vigo. So when are you releasing Scooter Steve? You can see it. I caught myself because after I said it, I was like making a joke, and then I looked at the monitor and I saw the gears turning in my head, and I was like, there's no reason not to do that. Might be kind of funny. It's cool to take a serious song and then kind of crap on your own song. I don't know. I kind of like stuff like that. All right, here's the song. Can't believe we're playing that riffraff twice, but we are. Driving with a head full of consonants, looking out the window at immigrants. Boy, I'm getting tired of enrichment. All the other whites took their shit and dipped. Maybe I'll get rich, I could ditch these chimps. Living in the city where the victims live. They're so victimized that they run this shit. Feel like I'm the last oppressor in this bitch. Voulez-vous m'aider avec moi ce soir? I'm feeling Napoleonic on my block. Crashing like an irrational Eurasian. I'm not really comfortable with erasure. Voulez-vous m'aider avec moi ce soir?
I'm feeling Napoleonic on my block. Crash out like an irrational Eurasia. I'm not really comfortable with y'all tryna educate me, but no, I'm the one here to educate you, my son. On that ramshackle dun. We gon' make you remember why you used to run when you saw us coming. Me, oh no, I'm a nice white looking for a nice white life. You are now white obstacle to what I like. I'm not thinking clearly, but I think I'm right. Never wanted any of this. I don't care who you are. I don't care where you're from. I don't care who you know. I don't care what you done. I don't want you around. I don't care how you feel. I just want you out. I'm just keeping it real. Voulez-vous avec moi ce soir? I'm feeling Napoleonic by my block. Crash out like an irrational Eurasia. I'm not really comfortable with erasure. Voulez-vous avec moi ce soir? I'm feeling Napoleonic by my block. Crash out like an irrational Eurasia. I'm not really comfortable with y'all tryna educate me, but no, I'm the one here to educate you, my son. On that ramshackle dun. We gon' make you remember why you used to run when you saw us coming. Me, oh no, I'm a nice white looking for a nice white life. You are now white obstacle to what I like. I'm not thinking clearly, but I think I'm right. Never wanted any of this. I don't care who you are. I don't care where you're from. I don't care who you know. I don't care what you done. I don't want you around. I don't care how you feel. I just want you out. I'm just keeping it real. I don't care who you are. I don't care where you're from. I don't care who you know. I don't care what you done. I don't want you around. I don't care how you feel. I just want you out. I'm just keeping it real.
I mean, it does slap. It needs some mixing. But it does slap. I like how it starts off so ugly sounding. And then becomes like it started off, I was in a dark place when it started. You can hear it sonically and you can hear it lyrically. But as it goes, it kind of finds like some sort of like resolution. There's something there. It's not quite we're not quite out of the fray, you know, but like that melody in the beginning or that melody that you hear at the end here. All of a sudden that sounds nice, you know, it's like a nice melody, but that started off this. It's very ugly at first.
Driving with a head full of consonants. Looking.
Yeah, it kind of slaps. I'm not gonna lie, that kind of slaps. I don't know. I don't know what to do about that. Yeah, I was in a dark place when I started. And I felt myself trying to power through it. But it was like, I was like saying everything. I was like, I'm just going to indulge in these thoughts and hope I can kind of get past them as I go. Funky kind of stinky. You know what to do. Release it. Well, that's going to be on the Uh-Oh album. I wish I could find the anthem. There was a song called Anthem. And I don't know what it is. I don't know which song Anthem is. Well, we got Murder the Media here. Let's see how that Murder the Media song is going. And yeah, you can use the song. I could send you it. I don't care. Murder the Media. You can use that song. I love you guys. Your show is a little too edgy for me, if I'm being honest. It's a little too edgy. But I love you guys. I think you're the funniest people in the world, but it's a little edgy for me. A little... I love your show, though. But I love you guys. You guys are awesome. But I was like watching it. I was like, dude, this is crazy, bro. I can't watch this. I'm being bad, bro. That's so if you, I feel like I shouldn't have said that. Oh gosh. Sorry, dude. On Saturday? I thought I was coming on Thursday. Is that something? I'm going to take a break. I'll be right back. What? There was no sound? There was no sound? What the heck? Hold on. I'm sorry. What's going on? What's going on? Let me check my settings. That's the second thing that didn't play that should. I don't know what's going on. You're trying to act it out. Yo, that's weird. Get it together. Shut up. You get it together. Okay, hold on. I couldn't hear Ushbaka either. I had to change the way Ushbaka was playing. Alright. Obviously, there's a problem, and it's affecting multiple things. Can you hear Ushbaka right now? Have you considered voice meter? Yeah, I did consider it. Almost broke my computer. I considered it with all of my might, Jimothy. Should I consider it again? Is that a considerate thing to ask? Have you considered that? Ugh. Can you hear Ushbaka? Don't call your brain a computer. Sorry, Dad. I'll try. Okay, so you can hear Ushbaka. I'm gonna do the ad for 1 second. I'm wasting your time. I'm knowingly wasting your time. Hold on.
Super chat. Now, this is a concept that just makes sense to me.
All right, I fixed it. I don't know what was wrong. I just had to turn it off and turn it back on again. My car's not starting. Speaking of things that I turned off and they won't turn on again. Freaking crap. And now it's snowing. And so all I have is a little Toyota Corolla to drive in the snow. And that's fine. I think I can fix it if I, like, can just go do that. I don't know. Sounds boring. I'll try and do the right thing. For you guys. I'll try and do the right thing. That was a crate. Oh yeah, also Ponya just killed some chickens. I hate that dog so much. I actually hate that dog. What do you do if you hate a dog? Do you just say, who cares what happens to you, and then just drop her off at a pound? Is that wrong? If I took Ponya and was just like, I don't care what happens to you from this moment forward, you have been a blight on my existence. Your entire existence is trash, Ponya. Can I just go, here, I don't want this dog. I hate it. And then maybe it'll die, and I have to just be like, I don't care if it dies. I don't care if she dies. She's killed a bunch of my chickens at this point. I have almost no chickens left. Oh, she sucks, dude. She's an alpha female. So she pushes Wolf around. Wolf could kill her. But because she's bossy, I don't like this girl. I don't like this dog at all. I don't like this dog, yo. Yeah, you don't bring your dog to the pound because that means that you hate it and you don't care what happens to it. That's like a mean thing. Yeah, but what if I do hate it? What if I don't care? What if I don't give a crap? What if I don't care what happens to this dog? I just want her out of my life. I know I've asked this before, but can I eat her? Am I allowed to eat her? If she was a goat, I could eat her. If she was a goat, I could walk into the backyard, cut her dang head off, and eat her. Is that true with my dogs? Is that true with dogs? She named her Sarah Tomato. Isn't that going on still? Didn't he like just do a thing on whatever podcast, Andrew, where he brought receipts and stuff? I heard something. I saw him tweet something, where it's still an ongoing thing. I have ADHD, guys. I have severe ADHD. Is this still going on? Yes? No? It's still going on. So she's still in the process of being destroyed? Why not just throw Ponyo in there? Look, if we're destroying annoying women, why don't we just make it a clean break, and anybody else got some women they need taken care of? Anybody else got some females they need taken care of? A little too big for their britches, a little too feminist, a little too oblong in the mind, a little too uppity. Anybody got an uppity female in their life, or an uppity female animal? As long as we're doing housekeeping. I'm a walking contradiction. Yeah, my friggin' wife. Yo, dude. Take my wife, please. Because that's actually a pretty good joke. Take my wife, please. Because you may not get this joke. You ever hear somebody say, take my wife, please? And you're like, what's that joke? Well, let me explain that joke. It's like you're about to say, take my wife, for instance. Like you're going to talk about her. But then he stops himself short. Instead of being like, take my wife, for instance. She has a beautiful mane of hair. Instead of that, you say, take my wife, please. It's actually a great joke. I know it's from 1945, but it's a pretty good joke. They had some pretty cool stuff in 1945. They came out with a lot of cool stuff in 1945. $1945 rhymes with 19 porcupines. So, kill my own dog or nah? I don't want to wait for her life to be over. I want to see her gone prematurely. All right, let's see what this is. Oh, it's an early version of that. You guys, if you want to hear that, request it on Friday or buy it on Bandcamp. All right, next song. I'm out here doing the show. I step out my room. Maria looks sad. Maria, why are you sad? Ponyo's out there killing the chickens. I keep thinking about what Jimmy said on Friday. He was like, I was proud of my dad for shooting that beaver in the face. I keep thinking about that. I'm like, yeah, a man does what he's got to do. Maybe I should go out back and kill my own dog for the betterment of society. What's wrong with that? What is that, a villain origin story? What is that, something that many serial killers have done? Or is that a man handling his business, doing what needs to be done to keep his house in order? I have a disorderly dog. I don't want her. Jimmy, would you be proud of me if I freaking killed a dog? Hold on. Jimmy, would you be proud of me if I killed a dog? Like you were proud of your dad when he killed a beaver? When he blew a beaver's face off? Is it about the methodology? Let's say I go purchase a hunting rifle and blow my dog's head off. Oh, I don't want... Oh, that's gross. No, that's awful. That's evil. I just realized it's not okay. It sucks how long it takes me to get there sometimes. That could be a problem later on down the line. Alright, just try and rehome her. Say, free dog, she sucks. Don't lie. Say that she sucks. Oh, kill her like Anton Chigurh. The thing is, she loves me. She loves me. But that doesn't make her good. She loves me and she's bad. That's pretty cool. What should I do with that? Medium? I'll put that in the medium folder. It's kind of cool. You have dominion over the animal. Arm the chickens. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, I hate this dog. I just want to chain her to the ground. You know what I mean? Just take her. She could be like one of those dogs that's just chained out back and just goes crazy. Junkyard dog. I could make her a junkyard dog. Yeah, it's a fun little song. All right, what's this? Doesn't remind me of anything. there's a weird like non-coalescence to the whole thing, but there's a lot of stuff I like about it too. And part of me thinks, I think this big dumb sound over here was on purpose. That's what I think. Oh no, we're keeping Big Boy. We're keeping Big Boy. Oh, I love Big Boy so much. Maria, do you have Big Boy? Let me show you Big Boy real quick. I'm keeping him. I love him so much. W whoever. Hey, nailed it. W whoever twice. Yo, W's in chat for whoever. Gifting y'all op status. Welcome to the ops. Upgrade your membership. He looks smaller. I love this one. He's chill. He had to take dewormer today, so he's feeling a little under the weather. Look at that boy. Here you go, babe. You okay? Little fluff ball. All right, I'm gonna save that in medium. Because I think I know what I was going for with this sound. This sound right here. I think I intended for it to just be like up front in front of the track and kind of like obstructing the track. And I can make that work if I push it to the sides. Still up front, still the loudest thing, but spread out. And then sang at the exact same melody as that. I almost want to kind of test it out real quick. Hold on. No, it's like this. I'd have to play around with it a little bit. I'd be like, I'm gonna kill Ponyo, my new dog. I'm gonna kill her cause she's bad, and she needs to be dead. Yeah, I'm gonna kill my dog Ponyo. I'm gonna kill my dog Ponyo. This is just a song, not a confession of future crimes. I'm gonna kill Ponyo, my new dog. I'm gonna kill her cause she's bad, and she needs to be dead. Yeah, I'm gonna kill my dog Ponyo. I'm gonna kill my dog Ponyo. This is just a song, not a confession of future crimes. I'll save that on there. Hopefully I'll remember why I did it and turn it into real lyrics. Unless it's like a premonition. Unless I hear it, I'll be like, oh, I did kill that dog. I hear it later. I'm like, oh, wow. Yeah, I should flesh this out. There's a lot more details to this that for some reason I left out of the song. Let me fill in the blanks. I'm not going to kill my dog. I don't know what I'm going to do. I would love for someone else to take this dog. I would love for her to be someone else's problem, someone who can love her and just, I don't know, massage out the kinks in her personality. You know? Like dough. You know? Make her normal. Someone who could make that freaking retarded dog normal. Not with that attitude. Man. I'll be right back. Fresh pack. That's something. That's something. It's a bit of a Crow song. Maybe I'll change the name of it to Crow Song and put it in the Medium folder. It's a cool way to confuse future me. I'm kind of creating a puzzle for myself that I have to exist in. Chat went dead. Y'all leave? Y'all leave? What's going on? I blasted nothing like 8 times on the way home from DL yesterday. You were in the Dominican Republic? Sorry. Neo Business. Who's Neo Business? That's some deep lore for a name I've only just seen now. That's some deep lore for someone whose name I've just seen for the first time. Who are you? Who are you, Neo Business? That's crazy to me. Are you someone who's been watching for a long time and just decided to comment today? You have to have been someone who's watching for a long time. I know that part. Maybe you changed your name? That's deep lore. It reminded you of a song you made and a song that Sweater made? What the heck? That's deep lore. Oh, okay. That's great, dude.
Dancing as if no one's watching on the graves of all your fathers. Turned your insides out and lost them. No capacity to love them. Helpless like a baby crying. Shelter us and keep us hiding. Helpless like a baby silent. Watching unspeakable violence. What's that ghost in your room? Well, who will you pray to? Some vague composite thing.
I want to check something.
Your eye keeps twitching. Oh, how treacherous a world we have made when we chose that old snake. Do unto them whatever you may. Let your heart dictate. Now you're incorporated into the great hatred. It chokes your heart to death. You made it. Congratulations. Dancing as if no one's watching on the graves of all your fathers. Turned your insides out and lost them. No.
Have a good evening, media. Wait, am I going on their show on Thursday or Saturday? Wait.
Helpless like a baby crying. Shelter us and keep us hiding. Helpless like a baby silent. Watching unspeakable violence.
Blood Logos is Thursday? No, this Thursday was supposed to be Murder Media. Yeah. And he dipped and didn't tell me. That song's good. What's going on with that song, you know? Everything cool? I don't know what I thought I was going to be on Murder the Media on Thursday. Saturday I go to church. And if I don't go to church, I make TOS songs. I don't have any. I think I should like maybe give myself a day where I don't have to do anything at all. I'm going to have to start just giving myself a dang weekend. Like a day where there's nothing expected of me. Shout out Neo Business. He's doing what I expect all of you to do. You should all be watching my old streams. They're all funny. You have no idea. You have no idea. Well, Neo Business does. Neo Business knows. And not just funny. Surprisingly thoughtful. And musical. That's what you're here for. You're here because I'm funny, musical, and surprisingly thoughtful. For a retard. For a fat old retard. No, that was from the demons. That was from the demons. I'm not allowed to compliment myself without dissing myself. I'm working on it. Well, I just won't compliment myself. I had to like bounce it back. I'm like, oh, stop. You're being like a organic, you're being like a pride guy. And so then I like had to knock myself back down. I wouldn't have been in that position if I didn't do the thing in the first. It's complicated. Watch past streams. Okay, this is something. This is going for that instrumental album that person requested. That sucks. That sucks. Hold on, I'll fix it. Feels like it should build to something. I'm gonna save that. Did I make an instrumental? It's confusing. It's confusing over here. I'll put it in instrumental. I have a folder called instrumental. It's a mess. It's a mess. I would like to make it make sense. I would like for it to all make sense. I'm in the constant process of trying to make it make sense. I don't know. That was called Pana. And this is called... And that, how did I open that? I don't see that anywhere. How do I keep opening songs that aren't even here? That's the second... Is this even happening? Is this a dream that I'm having? Because the technology is not operating the way I expect it to. And that usually happens in dreams. Okay, that's cool. I'll just put it in medium. It's not like it's not like anything crazy. There's something in medium called Ballad of the Squid. Can I just check that out real quick? I want to know what that is. What is Ballad of the Squid? Yeah, Murder Me's like, I gotta get out of here, and then he goes over and just hangs out in the Discord. I gotta do my show and my other show that I do in your Discord. That's what he does. He goes into my Discord and he holds court. This is sick. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave. I'm allowed. Oh, I did 3 hours, but I'm kind of feeling it a little bit. Let me see who's watching. Let me see if John I did Swan. Let me see if John or Swan are watching. All right. I don't see John, nor do I see Swan. And I didn't set up another super chat goal to keep going even longer. And we're approaching 3 hours. I'm going to listen to this beat and think. This is sick. You're Swan? You're not John or Swan, dude. I want to dance like this to this. I want to go like this. Yeah, if I don't belabor this, then maybe I'll have even more stuff later. You know what I mean? I could go eat a snack, work on some stuff, work on tracks. Who knows? Maybe I'll do a little members only stream if I'm feeling it. Maybe I'll do a secret members only stream. Haven't done that in a couple weeks. Secret members only streams. I've done members only streams. Upgrade your membership to a real life friend. Speaking of which, yeah, let's get out of here. Let's do this. Nailed it. First try. You know, I should label these correctly. Again, no music. What is happening here? Hold on. I don't know what happened that made this happen. Let me start over. Hey, can you hear me? Do you hear the dogs? We're not hurting them. They're just like that. It didn't start over. I'm gonna have to wait till it comes back around, and then I'll thank all my new members. If you're an op, upgrade to a friend. Otherwise, you're an op. Well, I'm sorry. I appreciate your patronage, but I can't trust you. I don't know you from Adam. I don't know you from the great progenitor and saint, Adam. We're gonna spin it around. Menace to sobriety, Miggy. Professional Zilch, thank you for the membership. Neo Business, thank you for that. Dude, Extanglia. Wait, Extanglia must have sent me a secret message. Let me check. Let me see if he sent me a secret message. I missed the whole freaking thing. Op is the one that you get if somebody gifts you a membership, and it's the lowest tier. That's why I named it Op, because maybe you gave my Op a membership. Well, I do appreciate you gifting memberships. Please, gift memberships. But they have to put their own... They gotta put some skin in the game themselves and upgrade the real-life friend. Hold on, I'll get back around. All the dogs are fighting. My life is chaos. I don't want it to be like this anymore. I don't want it to be like this anymore. Alright, let me see what Exanglia said. Make sure you buy some real clothes from the Hello Listener store. You can wear them and sometimes wash them. Did someone say wonky? And then Mongoloid said, did you see the sad vid of the Brit veteran on TV? Yes, I did, Mongoloid. I did. Then they kind of cut him off. They're like, oh no. And he's like, you've ruined everything. I don't know what I fought for. My friends died for this. Sorry for making him Jewish. That was a sad video. Nice! Neo Business just upgraded his membership. Yo, this dog situation is crazy! Shut up! Daddy's home. You understand? We're gonna let it come around one more time. Is that bad? Is that bad to do? It made them stop. You have that many dogs. I don't care what you think about anything. You'd live over here. Go ahead. I'll let you sleep under my wife's desk. All right, here we go. Neo Business upgrade his membership to Real Life Friend. Thank you, broski. Menace to Sobriety, Miggy. Professional Zilch. Neo Business. See, you get a deuce for that. Extanglia. Mongobloid. Pat Fussy. Grossest name in the game, baby. Sweater. Irrationally irritable. Relatable. Wrong Quay. Sup, Wrong Quay? Eclipse. EOD. He's got to give me a different thing to call him. I don't want to just call somebody letters. Shoreline skirt. Princess Manja Gnocchi, my own wife. Murder the Media, my own husband. That's Hi Ho Candy Cane. Abe Dinkus. Tell him I said that. I want to see how he deals with it. Island Square. Draco. Vigo the Tardpathian. Mike Dornan. Just a man whose name is there. Bree Rodriguez. A woman's name there. G-Check. James Smith. Reginald. Bree Rodriguez is a woman's name. Ladies and gentlemen. Contributor to the show. Was it paused to say that a man was my husband, Vigo? Oh, I'm sorry. Was that gay? Is it gay to say that Nick DiCarlo is my husband? Does that make me a homosexual? Does that give me AIDS in front of you? What do I have? HIV positive disorder? Because I said that? These words, I only speak them. If you're not Orthodox, become Orthodox. If you are Orthodox, go to church. What do I have? HIV positive disorder? Because I said that? These words. Next time that they see me, they won't. Yo, did you see that layup? Yo, I caught that in the air, bro. Did you see that? I intercepted it. They tried to make it be over. This is only for people who stood around for no reason. Hey, there's a secret part just for you guys. Don't know what you're still doing here. I don't know why I did that. Let me change my stuff. Yo, everything's freaking tricking me lately. Hold on. I caught that in the air, bro. It said stream over. I said, not if I say nuh-uh. I'm just going to turn off the stop streaming thing and do it manually from now on. I used to have to run out the door the second I was done streaming, and so I had it set up to automatically stop once the song stops. But for some reason, you know what I could do? I could do the amount of time that, is there a time button? Timer. Duration. How long is that? Hold on. It's 2 minutes and 54 seconds. So instead of doing whatever it was doing, I'm going to change it so it clears out at 2 minutes and 55 seconds. And then goes to... What is this? What's going on? I'm just going to do it manually. This is all too crazy. That was crazy, right? It was like a bird caught, snatched from the sky by a guy. You remember when I said that? Did you guys like it when I said that? Alright, now I can raid somebody. I'm gonna raid Shadow Legends. Oh, I lost some people. Smaller raid because of that. Lost some watchers. Y'all ain't familiar with how this goes. Nah. Thought the show was over. It's only a little bit over. Let me see who I'm gonna raid. Let's raid the Crucible. Won't make a dent, but maybe if you guys spam my name, he'll say, oh, I know him. Oh gosh, imagine if Andrew acknowledged me after being on, what was it, President Donald Trump's podcast? I know he did something big recently. All right. Bye.
In a garden brimming with gold and green. No mosquitoes, no predators, no need. I can see you staring beyond my dreams. I can hear you singing a song of peace. As a wave of love washes over me. See the light like diamonds shine through the trees. Every breeze whispers of eternity. I am finally where I'm supposed to be. Next time that you see me, don't. Next time that they see me,